guys, I'm going to give you an update on my weight loss journey, which has been going on for some time. I feel like I've had such a difficult time maintaining and losing weight as I've gotten older. But for the last 9 weeks, I have been on semaglutide, which is the active ingredient in Wegovy, and I've lost about 18 pounds. And I just wanted to talk about that a little bit in my experience. So I began the semaglutide May 14th at 193 pounds, and I'm currently 175 to 176 pounds. My weight does fluctuate 1 to 2 pounds per day. That's normal for me. So I had tried with my provider phentermine, which is an oral medication. It's an old weight loss medication. And then also I tried Contrave, which is a mixture of Wellbutrin and naltrexone. The phentermine was working really well. I lost and kept off about 12 pounds with the phentermine. However, I was having an elevated resting heart rate in the 120s, 130s, 140s at times. So I did have to come off of that one. And then with the Contrave, my insurance didn't cover it. So I was paying out of pocket for that medication anyways, even though my insurance was covering part of it. So let me go back. My insurance was only covering part of it, but it is a very expensive medication. And with what I was paying, I just decided, after hearing from my coworker about her experience with the semaglutide, that I would just do that. So I work from home. I'm a telehealth nurse, and one of my coworkers, she shared her experience of weight loss with semaglutide, going to this clinic that she goes to that's local here. The clinic, they offer tirzepatide, which is the active ingredient in Mounjaro, semaglutide. They also do Botox injections, IV infusions, cryotherapy. There's other things that they offer as well. She told us about her experience with this weight loss clinic. She lost about at least 50 pounds over 6 to 8 months being on the semaglutide. So myself and actually 2 other coworkers, we are all going to the same clinic, and we're all on semaglutide. So there's several different ways you can obtain this medication. So if your insurance does cover it, and there are some insurances that do, because these medications are used for diabetics, and also they are used for weight loss. So sometimes they are prescribed by your provider. There are different online pharmacies, like I think IVM is one I had looked into before. Plush Care I had looked into, and then I kind of just put it to rest because, you know, I had a lot of stuff going on and I was maintaining my weight on the Contrave. So I kind of just was like, you know, I'll look into that later. And then Christmas and stuff like that happened. And then I heard about this from a coworker. And so with their prices, for my initial encounter with the practice, I had to pay $75 for a telehealth visit, and that's when I was placed with a certain provider. That's the same provider I always see. That's the one that takes care of any of my issues. We had a telehealth visit that was about 30 to 40 minutes where we discussed about my issues with weight, my goals, the different medications and services that they offered, and then we decided what was the best way to proceed for me. So that was $75. You have to pay an overhead fee of $90 per month, and that covers like your monthly check-ins with your provider, your syringes, because these medications are, you take them via a sub-Q injection in your arms, legs, or abdomen. And then I have to pay, so depending on what medication you get, so they offer semaglutide, aka Wegovy, they're compounded medications, and then they also offer tirzepatide. So this is what the vial looks like for, I'm on the semaglutide, and this is just a 2 cc or 2 milliliter vial. It has 200 units of medication in it, and you pay for that too. So that is $300 per vial. If you have tirzepatide, that is $470. Is it? I'm just looking at my notes. $475 per vial. When I was first started on the medications, my instructions were, you give yourself an injection, a sub-Q injection every week. So in the beginning, every week, I was told to start at 10 units sub-Q, and then you will escalate or increase the medication by 5 units when you're not getting the expected outcome. So the expected outcome is 0.5 to 2 pounds of weight loss, an adequate appetite suppression. So you can stay at 10 units the whole time while you're on the medication. You only increase the medication by 5 units per week if you're not losing weight or you're still having problems with, a lot of food noise, as some people call it, or you're not having adequate appetite suppression. I am currently on 20 units at 9 weeks. So before I show you guys a before and after video, and I think that's probably going to be it for this video, I wanted to go over side effects. So there are a lot of side effects and everybody's so different. So remember when I said there's 4 of us nurses in one department that are all on semaglutide, but we've all had different experiences. The one nurse that introduced it to everyone else, she's hardly had any side effects. I've had, a lot of issues with fatigue and nausea. Let's see here. So my main side effects, I had some headaches in the beginning, very slight, nothing really significant. And really, I can't even say that wasn't being caused by, since I work and I look at a computer screen 10 hours a day, it could have been caused by that too. But my most significant symptoms are constipation, nausea, and then fatigue. And I think out of all of those, the most significant, I would say, would be the nausea. That started the 2nd week, and I did have to reach out to my provider, and she prescribed Zofran, an anti-nausea medication, for me right away. And I can take that, I think, every 6 to 8 hours a day, and I usually take at least 1 dose a day. I think the constipation is the symptom that bothers me the least, because I have figured out a way to mitigate that by, when I do eat, my priorities are my fluid intake, protein intake, and then fiber. And then also I've, found other ways to mitigate the issues with constipation. But things will slow down GI wise because the action of this medication, one of the things is that it slows down your GI motility. So the food's in your stomach longer, so you feel satisfied longer. And then the other symptom is fatigue, which is, I wasn't even expecting that. So that's pretty significant. I would compare it to when you're getting really sick and right before you realize, oh God, I'm sick, and you have that extreme fatigue and body aches. That's what it feels like. And I'm still trying to figure out ways to get around that, so I'll figure that out as I go. But now I'm just going to show you guys a before and after video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or you want me to go over anything, just let me know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye for now. The video on the left is the post video, and the video on the right is the week prior to starting the semaglutide.